बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम श्री आदिशक्ति ब्रह्मा माता की जय। शरणम। Let's first go hands, close our eyes and bow heads and pray. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम रामाय रामभद्राय रामचंद्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पते नमः। ओम राम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। ओम श्री गुरुदत्ताय नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मयानंदाय नमः। ओम श्री गणपति सच्चिदानंदाय नमः। ओम श्री साईश्वराय नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमो हनुमते नमः। ओम श्री राम जय जय राम। बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम।
Thank you.
कृपा वरदान मयरा जो सुमिरत सिद्धि हो विनायक करी वर वरदान कृपा सिंधु रूप हरि जासु भजन रवि कर विकरा जो सुमिरत सिद्धि हो विनायक करी वर वरदान जो सुमिरत सिद्धि हो विनायक करी वर वरदान। बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम। So devotees, tonight once more as we join in beautiful Katha, we continue to listen to that beautiful episode that comes from this epic that is called the Sri Ram Charitamanas, written by Sant Tulsidashi. As we continue to hear, to understand where Hanumanji went to retrieve that Sanjeevani herb from the mountain to bring it back to revive Lakshmana after he was shot unconscious by Meghnad, right? That valiant warrior who's also known as Indrajit, that son of Ravana. On going for that mountain, he encountered a Rakshas that was sent by Ravana, but that Rakshas, he took a disguised form and came there, right? Kalanini. And that Rakshas, coming there, he disguised himself as a saint. And he fashioned a lake and an ashram and all of these different things, a beautiful garden. And he tried to trick Hanumanji, but he could not trick Hanumanji. You know, Hanumanji is a servant of the Lord, a Duta of the Lord. You cannot outsmart a servant of the Lord. The messenger of the Lord himself, how can you outsmart him? So I always tell you, if you have the Lord with you, if you recognize the presence of Bhagwan, then nobody in this world can conquer you. Nothing in this world can conquer you, right? With that being said, Hanumanji wrapped his tail around Kalanemi and knocked him to the ground. Jai Shri Ram. Right? And he put an end to that Kalanemi. Putting an end there, he went to retrieve that herb from the mountain, but looking for that plant is said to have a light on it. But looking for the plant there, he saw that all of them carried the same light. Because that demon already set up this entire thing, right? He orchestrated it so that Hanumanji would not find the plant. So Hanumanji, being the smart individual, the powerful individual that he is, he decides to take up the entire mountain. He says, let me carry the whole mountain back to Bhagwan and he will decide which one it is. Right? So if I don't know, he will know for sure. So Hanumanji lifted that entire mountain and he set off on his mission now to go back to Prabhu Shri Ram. On his way there, while he is going, that brother of Bharata is in Ayodhya. And Hanumanji, as he's passing there, Bharata sees in the sky, he sees something moving in the sky and he thinks that this is a Rakshas. You see, that's why I always say, you do not assume things, right? You don't assume, because you can be wrong if you assume. You want to know something, you ask. You want to know something, you find out, you investigate. But don't jump to conclusion. Don't jump the gun because you'll get shot, right? So here now, Bharata, he sees that thing moving in the sky. He's seen this thing moving and thinking it's a Rakshas. And he pulls a headless arrow and he shoots it. And as he shoots it in the direction of that flying object there, so is it a bird? Is it a plane? No. When he falls to the ground, it's Hanumanji. Right? And he falls there with mountain and everything. As he falls there now, Bharata, realizing what he has done, he hears Hanumanji cry out the name of Ram. As he hears this there now, he gets a little bit worried and a little bit grief-stricken. Oh my God, I have shot a servant of the Lord. This is not no Rakshas. And then, what happened? Bharata tries to bring back Hanumanji to consciousness there. He tries all how and he starts to pray to the Lord and he says, oh, it is the same will of this universe of God that has allowed me to be separated from my Lord. It is through the same divine will that I have now brought harm to a servant of the Lord. What sort of life is this? Where firstly I'm separated from the Lord, and then after that now, when I'm trying my best to get back the direction of the Lord and be in the company of the Lord, I'm going further away. Let me explain that to you, right? Just before we move on here quickly. In life sometimes we question why certain things happen and we question the power of the Lord, the grace of the Lord, right? It is said that everything in this world happens for a reason. Nothing happens by guess, right? When you start questioning Bhagwan and the power of the Lord, you are telling God, the universe, that I don't trust you. Get that clear, right? You say, I don't trust you, I'm not sure about your power. You say, well, Baba, I have unwavering faith in Him. I just surrender to the Lord. You surrender to the Lord, and one little thing happens in your life, oh God, you're responsible for that. You start to quarrel with God and think, what's the drama? Right? You start to quarrel with God, right? God becomes the worst thing upon the face of the earth when things go wrong. All the time when things are going good, you didn't say, God, thank you, things are going good in my life. You have to be the reason. I want you to think about that for a second. When things are going good, we don't remember God and remember to thank Him. But the moment things go bad, God is yourself. You're responsible for that, right? So, Bharata is always questioning and asking there, why is he separated from the Lord? Why is the Lord separated from me? The more you do that, you question that, the more separate you become. But in reality, Bharata was blessed because Bhagwan had him in his heart at all points of time. But at the human level, I'm explaining to you, right? The more you question providence, the more you question divine will and you question God, you are separating yourself. Because you're telling the universe, if you're asking the universe, why can't I see God? Why can't I connect with God? You know what you're telling the universe? I don't have God with me. That is what the universe is hearing. Just like you want to manifest something in your life and you keep telling the universe, I want a job and I want a promotion and you keep saying it, but you keep telling the universe, I don't have this, I don't have this. That is what the universe is hearing. This is a very important thing, so I want you to take note of that and take that into consideration. Rather than saying you don't have or you want, speak it as though you already have it and it's already in existence. Because here's what, you have everything that you need in this world. You just have to bring it into manifestation into your life. You have everything already, right? But if you keep searching and keep asking and saying, I don't have, and I want, it'll never come to you. Stop saying that and start going into a space of gratitude and acceptance, saying, God, thank you for all that I have. I have everything that I need. And that is when the abundance will flow more into your life. So, here, Bharata, he clasps onto Hanumanji and pulls him close and he tries to revive him and all of these things. And eventually, as he offers his love to Prabhu Shri Ram and he asks, he says, if it is that this Lord, Prabhu Shri Ram, is merciful and gracious upon me, and anything that I have done in service to the Lord, he has accepted or recognized this, then please give back life to this being here. And with that being said, Hanumanji sat up. As Hanumanji sat up there, dear devotees, what happens next? Let's listen. Sing and chant with me. Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama.
Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Rama, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama.
सुख निदान की सहिता गुजारू मातु जानकी कपि सब चरता समास बकाने कपि सब चरता समास बकाने गए रुका Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama,
Sri Rama, Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama.
So here, what happens? Tata kusala kahu sukhanidhan ki. So here he says, tell me my friend, right? So Bharata is speaking to Hanumanji now. He says, Tata, my friend, tell me now, is all well with kusala kahu sukhanidhan ki? That one who is the storehouse of all happiness and all bliss. Right? My brother, Prabhu Shri Ram. Right? Tell me, is all well with him? Sahita Anuja Aru Matu Janaki. And his younger brother, who is none other than Lakshmana, and Matu Janaki, that mother of the universe, Sita Devi, is all well with them? Kapi sabacharata samasabhakhane bhai dukhi mana mahupache tane. And Hanumanji briefly there, he explained and he told to Bharata the entire tale of all that has transpired and the war that is going on and everything that is happening. Now hearing that, Bharata there, he becomes very grief-stricken at heart here now. Because he's worried for them, right? And with all that is happening. Aha deva mein kata jaga jayu prabhu ke ekahu kajana ayu. Now here, Bharata again, look at this, right? So here again he complains. Right? Complaining is a very, very dangerous thing. It separates you further and further and further from God. He says, oh, why have I been born? Why have I been born into this world if I cannot be of any service to that Supreme Lord? What is my purpose? Prabhu ke eko kajana ayu. If I can't be of any service to my Lord, Prabhu Shri Ram. Jani kuwa var saru manadhari dhira puni kapisana bole bala bira. Then realizing the situation at hand there, he shot Hanumanji and Hanumanji is going with the mountain and all of these things, realizing the current situation there, that mighty prince, Tulsidas says, he immediately gathered himself together and then he addressed Hanumanji. What does he tell to Hanumanji? Jai Ram Sri Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sri Ram
Samita Patavam Kodi Jahan Kripakita Jai Ram Sri Rama Jai Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama
Sri Rama Jai
Sami Kriti Mana Upja Bhimana Upja Bhimana More Mara Jai Himana Rama Prabhave Chari Bahori Bandi Charan Kaha Kabhi Kar Jodi Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Lo Siyapati Ramachandra ki Jai. Tat Gaharu, he says again here, my friend, Tat Gaharu, hoi hi tohi jata, he says, Khaju nasai hi hota prabhata. He says, you'll be late on reaching, leave my presence now, no good will come after when nightfall, if nightfall comes, thinking that Lakshmana is shot on late and all of these things running through his mind, right? He says, Charhu mamasayaka saila sameta, mount upon my Aru, right? Patavau तो ही जहाँ कृपा निकेतन. It says, mount upon my arrow, mountain and everything, right? You hop on my arrow, I will release this arrow in the direction of Bhagwan, and it will take you directly to that all merciful Kripa Niketa, that all merciful and all gracious Lord, right? So here now, Sunikapi Mana Upajabhimana, hearing this, that Abhiman or the pride itself. Now, pride is not always a bad thing, eh? It's based on context and how you utilize it, right? So here, Hanumanji, the pride rises inside of him a little bit. He is thinking now, right? More bhara chalihi kimi bana. He is thinking in his mind now, this arrow, one little arrow with my weight, the weight of the mountain. Jai Bhagwan. What is going to happen here? Rama Prabhav Vichari Bahori Bandi Charana Kaha Kapikar Jodi. Thinking like this, Hanumanji again, you see, they are showing to us through this Leela as human beings in this world sometimes how we get affected by various things. Meaning, Abhiman, that pride, sometimes we say it like this, we say Mat kar tu Abhiman, right? Don't have false pride, but the truth is, pride is something that comes to us very, very easily, right? Because the ego is a part of our makeup. The ego is not something you can remove. It is something you rather have to gain control of and gain awareness of. Because you need it. The I-ness, the minus and stuff, you need it at certain times, right? But at the same time, we don't want it to be excessive. We don't want it to get out of hand. Like how Ravana Abhiman was out of hand. That's an entire different story. You don't want it to be like that, right? So here, Rama Prabhava Bichari Bahori, Bandi Charana Kaha, Kapi Kare, Jodi, then recalling Prabhu Shri Ram's glory and mercy and all of that here. Jai Shri Ram, he surrenders to the feet of Bharata with folded hands there, and he speaks and he says, Tab Pratap Urraki Prabhu, Jai Ho Nath Turant, O Rama, Jai Ho Nath Turant, Ast Kaiya Se Upai Pada, Bandi Chale O Hanumant, O Rama, Bandi Chale O Hanumant, Bharat Bahu Balsi Raghuna, Prabhu Par Priti Apar, O Rama, Prabhu Par Priti Apar, Man Mahu Jat Sarahata, Puni Puni Pavan Kumar, O Rama, Puni Puni Pavan Kumar, Siyavar Ramachandra Par Jai Sharan, Shankar Hari Om Jai Jai Siya Ram. Jai Siya Ram, Bolo Jai Siya Ram, Jai Siya Ram, Bolo Jai Siya Ram. Lo Siyapati Ramachandra ki Jai. Here now, in these dohas here, what happens? Tava Pratap Ur Rakhi Prabhu Jai Hu Natha Turant. Here now, he speaks to Bharata and he speaks to Bharata in loving tones as though he's speaking to Prabhu Shri Ram himself. And he says, cherishing your grace and the thought of you, he says, my Lord, my Master, I'll set off on my journey immediately. Turant. Asakahi aesu pai pada bandi chaleu. Hanuman is speaking like this. Hanumanji left immediately after surrendering to the feet of Bharata and seeking his grace and his blessings. Bharata Bahu Bala Sila Guna Prabhu Parapriti Apar. Now, as Hanumanji is going forth on that arrow day now, to himself in his mind, he is extolling the glories of Bharata and the might of Bharata, the power of his arm to shoot that arrow that can carry Hanumanji and the mountain as well. Mana Mahujata Sarahata Puni Puni Pavan Kumar, right? Extolling his glory there, he extols his glory, he speaks of his friendliness, the friendly encounter that he had with Bharata and all of these different things, despite the fact that Bharata just shot him with an arrow. Right here, he's speaking about how friendly and loving, how kind Bharata was, his virtues, and his unlimited devotion to the feet of Prabhu Shri Ram. So, while Hanumanji is journeying there at this point in time, he's going with the mountain and all of that. On the other hand, on the other side, remember Lakshmana is still laying unconscious there, and Prabhu Shri Ram is there with Lakshmana, with all of the other Vanas as they were fighting in the war and all of these different things, right? What happens then? Now we hear as Prabhu Shri Ram is about to speak. तुम्ही मेरे मंदिर, तुम्ही मेरे पूजा, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता हो।
तुम्ही मेरी मंदिर, तुम्ही मेरी पूजा, तुम्ही देवता हो, तुम्ही देवता।
उहारा मूलक्ष मन ही निहारी, बोले वचन मनोजनुसारी। अर्धराती गई कभी नहीं आई, राम उठाई अनु जरूर लाई। जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम। सकहु न दुखिता देखी मोहिकाओ, बंधु सदा तव मृदुल स्वभाव। मम हित लागी तजेउ विधु माता, सहेउ विपिन हिम आतप वाता। बोलो राम 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 राम, सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम राम। बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। So here now, just like I sang there, तुम ही मेरी मंदिर, तुम ही मेरी पूजा, तुम ही देवता हो। You are my मंदिर, my place of worship. तुम ही मेरी पूजा, you are my worship. तुम ही देवता हो, you are भगवान। Here, in a similar manner or similar context, Prabhu Shri Ram is about to speak now. But before he speaks, Tulsidas says, "Uha Ram Lakshmana hi nihari, bole bachana manuja anusari." So, seeing Lakshmana's condition there, Prabhu Shri Ram, seeing his brother there in that condition, you can imagine they are very close and they are very near and dear, right? Lakshmana is an avatar of Sheshnag, that thousand-headed serpent that Lord Vishnu resides upon. And anytime he takes an avatar and comes, that Sheshnag comes to support him, right? So when he came there in the form of Prabhu Shri Ram, Lord Vishnu came in the form of Prabhu Shri Ram, Sheshnag took the form of Lakshmana. In the Dwapar Yuga, that is Treta Yuga, right? In Dwapar Yuga, when Bhagwan came, Lord Vishnu took the avatar of Lord Krishna and came. Sheshnag came then as well. But he came as his brother, right? And you have it in the name, we have it in the name, right? Balram, right? Or we say Balarama, based on if you're speaking Hindi, you're speaking Sanskrit, or whatever the case may be, right? So, coming in the form of his elder brother, he said, you know, in Ramayana, Lakshmana came there, Sheshnag was saying, you know, I came as your younger brother, so I want a chance to come as your bigger brother in the next age when we come in Dwapar Yuga. Because Treta Yuga, Prabhu Shri Ram was before, he came as Bhagwan Shri Krishna, right? So he says, I will come as your bigger brother, so I can protect you in the next life, right? So nevertheless, that love, that connection was always there. So here, Bole Bachana Manuja Anusari, Tulsidas says that Prabhu Shri Ram, as he speaks here, he fashions his tones as though he is a mere mortal man. Just like how a mere mortal will operate, and well, he says here, like an ordinary man in that context, if you want to see it, right? Because we are speaking about Bhagwan. So like how an ordinary man will operate, you know, how you'll be affected with grief and all of that. Here, he is also affected because Bhagwan is acting the Leela of a man, right? Ardharati gai kapi nahi ayu. So the night is passing. Here, Prabhu Shri Ram is speaking and he says the night is passing and Hanumanji has not come. Ram uthai anuja ur layu. Saying this here now, he lifts up his brother and he clasps him close to his heart. Sakahuna dukita dekhi mohi kau bandu sadatava mridula subhau. And here now he says, my brother, you can never bear to see me in sorrow. He says, you are always so affectionate and so loving. Mama hitalagi tajeu pitu mata sahehu bipina hema atapa bata. He says, on my account only, mother and father has allowed you to come and to join with me here. You have exposed yourself to the hardships of the forest, the cold and the heat and the wind and all of these different things. He says, only on my account. Right? Look at the love and the affection that Bhagwan is expressing for his brother. In this world that we live, my dear friends and devotees, how do we live with our loved ones? How do we live with those that we consider to be our own and those that we consider to be close to us? Do we cherish them? Do we appreciate them? Do we love them? Do we adore them? Do we respect them? Or do we wait until it is too late and they have exited the physical form and the body is lying there now in a coffin? And that time we say, well, I want to have a limousine hearse. I want a limousine hearse, right? And you build in the paya by the creek, you go build it like a house. Make it nice and fancy. Whole life they live in. You didn't want to give them a space in the house. The house of your heart, you gave them no space to live there. But now you want to give house. Jai Bhagwan. Who are you trying to fool? You think you can fool God? Well, you're in for a surprise if you think you can fool Bhagwan. You are only making a fool of yourself. In this world, if you go to Aranyakand and Sri Ramprathamanas, Bhagwan outlined, one day we'll probably take that katha, we will. It's a very popular katha where he spoke to Shabadi and he was outlining Navada Bhakti or 9 forms of devotion. And giving one very important form, he said, one of these key forms of devotion through which one can attain me is to be honest and straightforward in all your dealings with others. That is something very, very important. When we deal with individuals, do we be honest? Do we be straightforward? Do we express ourselves and tell people how we feel? No. We keep it bundled up inside of us and it hurts us, it affects us and all these different things. You want to tell somebody something good, you want to express your love and your appreciation for them, but you're afraid. What are you afraid of? That is the question. Are you afraid of rejection? Everything that you are thinking up and cooking up in your minds, remember that it is only happening within your mind. I always believe in that. I tell every day when I see everybody, I let them know one time. They know really a customer with me, right? All of my shillings, right? I let them know as it is up front, one time. Right? So I have to give that love to you, I give it to you one time. I'm not gonna wait, come and do 30 nights Ramayana when you're dead and gone. No, that ain't making no sense, right? Let me tell you, no. Right? I can't be preaching it, but not practicing it. That is very, very important. Let me love you? No. If we have to do something, let us do something? No. We have to cook, make some nice veggie corn soup and eat now. That's a hint, right? So if you want to bring for me. So you make it and you have it now. You enjoy it. You enjoy it now. You understand? That's why I believe so much in birthdays and all of these different things. Because when I was small, growing up, we never really celebrated too much. But when I started to get older, I saw the importance and the significance of it. You celebrate with people now and you appreciate them and you let them know. That's why anybody birthday comes up and all these different things. I make sure at least shoot them a message or a call or I say happy birthday or whatever the case may be, right? I take the time to do that because that is important. It is very, very important. To show people that you adore them, that you care about them and all of these different things, right? Also, I must tell you, today I made a post online and I'll share with you one that was that kindness, love and respect is something that you should give without expectation. You should not give it expecting anything in return. A lot of people in this world, they end up hurt, they end up in pain, they end up in grief and sorrow. I have been through that as well. You know why? Because we give our love, we give our kindness, we give our respect, we pour it out into the lives of others and we expect them to give it back to us in return. But the truth is, you may not always get it from exactly where you give it. That's why Bhagavan says, pour, give that love and that kindness and that respect and that honor, give it to everyone. And let the universe find a way to bring it back to you. When you give, somebody asked a question a couple days ago. You know, how do you know the boundary of giving? There is no boundary when it comes to giving. There can't be a boundary. Because when you want abundance to flow in your life, you want there to be a boundary. You want God to say, well, I'm only going to give you a limit. I'm going to give you a limited amount, so much only. No. You want it to be unlimited. Therefore, when you give yourself in service and whatever the case may be, you must give yourself without expectation and in an unlimited manner. So I really want to complete to give you all the kata to the end, because I know we are still on that one line, Laya Sajivan Lakanajaya, Sri Raghuvira Harashurlai. We are still on that verse there, right? So I really want to complete it. So I will have to kind of browse through very quickly in the kata here to give you the key essence of this here. So here now, as Prabhu Shyam is speaking, he's saying all sorts of things to Lakshmana here, and he's expressing his love, he's pouring his heart out. And he's not asking Lakshmana, do you love me back? No. He's just pouring his heart out, right? He says, oh brother, where's that love? Where is that love and that affection that you have had for me? Basically, he's asking his brother to come back to him, to wake up. Express it to me now. You know? Why do you not rise and respond to my grief, to my lamenting? Right? Says again here, had I known that I would lose my brother by coming in the forest here, I would have never fulfilled that command. I would have never come in the forest to dwell for 14 years. Listen to that. Bhagavan himself, he fulfilled the promise of his father, which he held very near and dear to him, right? Something very, very powerful. And here he is saying, if he knew that he was going to lose his brother in the forest, he would not even fulfill that command. You know how powerful I think that is? Right? He's comparing both of them here now, right? He says, I should have gone back immediately from Sringavedapura, right? Where he met Nishad Raj and all of these things. I'm not sure if you're all familiar with those names, right? Where he would have encountered with Keva, the boatman. Many people are familiar with that katha, right? He says, I should have gone back. I should not have, come all the way here and all of that if I knew that this is what was going to happen. So that's why Tulsidas said he's speaking like a mere mortal man, because God will not say this. God understands that everything happens for a reason. But an ordinary man will ask all of these questions because he's not sure what is going to happen in the next moment. He does not know that this is all happening for a reason, and it is a lila that is transpiring, right? So, he continues to say all sorts of things, and he says this very important point. He says, Sudabita nari bhavana parivara hoye hi jahi jaga barahi bara asa bichari jiya jagahu tata milahina jagata sahodara brata. This is very, very powerful, right? Sons, riches, wives, houses, family, and all of these different things, right? He says, all of that come and go, right? In this world, time and time again, over and over and over. But he says, Milahina Jagata Sahodara Brata. He says, but finding a real brother is something very, very rare indeed. Finding a rare brother like you. He says, reflect upon this, O Lakshmana, and awaken. He continues to say, and as he speaks, Bhagavan says all sorts of things here. And he's thinking in his mind only about his brother. His thoughts is on his brother. What happens next, devotees? As he says all of these wonderful things, like I said, I have to browse through a little bit and take it further, right? Prabhu pralap sunikana Bikal bhaivan Orama bhaivan nika Aaye gaye hanuman jini Karuna mahudir rasa Orama karuna mahudir rasa Siyavar Ramachandra par jai sharan Shankar Hariyo Jai Jai Siya Ram Jai Siya Ram Bolo Jai Siya Ram Jai Siya Ram Bolo Jai Siya Ram. Here, Prabhu Pralap Sunikana Bikalabhe Banar Nikara. Aye gayo Hanumana Jimmy Karuna Mahu Bir Rasam. Now all the Vanaras are hearing the lamenting and hearing Bhagwan here crying and pouring his heart out. They were all grief stricken as well, and they were distressed. At that same point in time, Aye gayo Hanumana Jimmy Karuna Mahu Bir Rasa. At that same point in time, Hanumanji arrived. He arrived here like a hero. Right? You know, like you watching a movie, it's described here just like that, right? I'm not making this up. You know, you're watching a movie and at that point in time you have the climatic experience, you know, all these things are transpiring and happening here. And you need rescuing and all of a sudden the hero comes in. So just like that is described here. Hanumanji, he flies through the air and he lands there. You picture him majestic and tall and powerful with that mountain in hand. He comes there and presents to Bhagwan. Harishi Rama Vetehu Hanumana Ati Kritagaya Prabhu Parama Sujana. Here now, immensely pleased, Prabhu Shram, he embraces Hanumanji, being all merciful and all gracious. Turat Veda Tabakini Upai Uthi Vaite Lachmanu Harishai. And here now the physician, Sushin, the doctor that I told you, Hanumanji went and brought the doctor there, and he brought the doctor entire house and everything, you remember, right? Previously, previous katha. Here now that doctor immediately applies the herb, the remedy, and Lakshmana, he woke up. So, my dear friends, devotees, basically the katha comes to an end here, but I just want to complete it with the verses that are right after there in Sri Hanuman Chalisa itself. So that verse that we would have taken for the past couple of weeks, I believe it would have taken us like about 3 weeks to complete those 2 lines by referencing the Sri Ram Charitamanas. That verse was Lai Sanjeevana Lakana Jiyai Sri Raghuvira Harashiyuralai. Right? So basically, Hanumanji would have brought that Sanjeevani, that life-given herb, and reinstilled life into Lakshmana, Sri Raghuvira Harashiyuralai. So that last verse I gave to you from Ramayana, look what it really said. Prabhu Shri Ram rejoiced and he clasped Hanumanji to his heart. So you see the relation there, right? It's all connected and tied in. Sri Raghuvira Harashiyuralai. Raghupati Kinhi Bahut Barai. So Prabhu Shri Ram now, he glorified and he praised Hanumanji, right, in various ways. Raghupati Kinhi Bahut Barai, Tuma Mama Priya Bharatahi Samabhai. He says, O Hanuman, you are dear to me as my brother Bharata himself. Tuma Mama Priya Bharatahi Samabhai. Sahasa Vadana Tumaro Jasagave Asakahi Shripati Kantalagave. Now he says here, as Lakshmana awakens, Lakshmana is that 1,000-headed serpent, Sheshnag. He says even that Sheshnag, that 1,000-headed one, starts to sing and glorify your praises. As he embraces Hanumanji, he speaks of all of these different things. Sanakadika Brahmadi Munisha. Now, Sanatan, Sanandan, Sanat Kumar, all of these great sages, Sanakadika, Brahmaji, Munisa, all of the sages, Sanakadika, Brahmadi, Munisa, Narada, so Narad Muni, Sarada, Saraswati Devi, Sahita Hisan, everybody, all of the Devatas and all of them now, including that Sheshnag, they are glorifying and they are singing the praises of Hanumanji. But despite the fact that they are all singing, Jamma Kubera Digapala Jahati. Kavi ko vida kai sakekadi. Jam, meaning Lord Yamraj, Kuber, God of wealth, Digapala Jahate, all of the Digpals and all of these devatas govern over different aspects of the creation. Kavi ko vida. We have poets and we have singers. Kahi sake kahati. They are all glorifying Hanumanji. But despite the fact that they are glorifying, they cannot adequately sing of the glories of Hanumanji. With that being said, we join in the glories of Sri Hanuman Chalisa. And at this point in time, while we do so, we'll perform our arati. So I ask each and every one of you, please, khada ho jaiye. Om Yantanik Pavani Jasandapatani Satani Tani Vedashanti Prarashana Pari Pari Pandarashani. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja Nij Mana Mukura Sudhar Barnau Raghubar Vimala Yasha Jodaya Kumpalachari Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumirau Pavana Kumar Balburi Vidya Dehu Mohi Haru Kalesha Vikar. Let's sing, let's chant and glorify the divine name of Hanumanji together. You can lift your hands and you can clap and rejoice in whatever way you feel comfortable expressing your love to Bhagwan. You know, Bhagwan himself in various forms, he's a dancer as well. Sometimes we go to mandir, sometimes we go in satsang. We are offering our love of Bhagwan, to Bhagwan, and we are afraid. How do we really express our love? I want you to think. When you're expressing your love to someone near and dear to you, how do you express it? How do you express it? Do you express it when you see somebody that you care about, right? Do you say, well, I love you. Oh, Babre, right? They all run away. No. So when you express to Bhagwan, don't be afraid. You know, lift your hands and clap and sing and rejoice and you dance. Obviously, keep it clean. You know what I mean? Wherever you are, right? Forget about everyone. Don't think about anyone. Don't think about if your neighbor watching you and who's thinking about you and whatever. Forget about that. And you just lose yourself. Immerse yourselves in chanting and rejoicing in the glories of Bhagwan, just like Hanumanji would when he is rejoicing in the glories of Prabhu Shri Ram. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, Jai Kapish Tihu Lok Ujagar.
Thank you.
रामचंद्र की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, नारायण. We clasp our hands, we close our eyes and bow our heads in prayer at this point in time. As we thank Bhagavan for blessing us with this most wonderful opportunity to join, to chant and to glorify His divine name. I hope again, devotees, that you would have received something that you can take home with you today. Many lessons were given. I hope that you take home this knowledge with you and you apply it into your life, so together we can uplift ourselves physically, mentally and spiritually. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om. With faith, with love and devotion, we lift our voices as we chant Vikshi to Bhagwan. Bolo Siyapati Ramachandra ki Jai, Pawan Putra Hanuman ki Jai, Shri Adi Shakti Janama Mata ki Jai, Shri Satya Sanatana Dharma ki Jai. Har Nama Parvati Pataye, Har Har Mahadev. Jai Sitaram, everyone. Aram se baithiye. Again, Aarti will come to you. Light refreshments are there, so please stay and partake before going to your wonderful homes.